Option for these two teams. It's the Panthers going up against the Lions.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL sends us to the state of Michigan as we are inside Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Detroit Lions. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
Matthew Stafford is a big-arm guy who's learned how to temper some of his throws. Actually has added a lot more touch and accuracy as his career has gone along. Big-time confidence in his arm, though. Any throw you want, he can make it.
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down. That's a matchup maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford. He used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good plays, he'd always say, foul it away, lad, foul it away, because he'd want to come back to it later in a key situation. They may come back to this one a little more often than that.
Didn't he say laddie or did he say lad?
Yeah, it just depended on what he was feeling at the moment.
Okay, I thought that was the guy you told me about. He used to say laddie a lot.
Laddie?
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. 55 yards. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. So on just the second play from scrimmage, they're into the end zone. That was a little too easy.
Almost had the feel of, why wait? Let's just go ahead and put points on the board and get things going, and that's exactly what they did.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the NFL's most valuable player from 2015. It's Cam Newton.
There are a number of great quarterbacks in the NFL, but I have to believe that the prototype in terms of look has to be Cam Newton. That stature and frame, almost breathtaking when you see him in person. And now he's starting to put it all together with consistency in his game, throwing, running, leading.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Ziggy Ansah in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
So 2nd down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd. Out of the gun, Newton. this is going to be caught along the sideline. Nicely done, but right at the line of scrimmage. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Lions will take over. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase them.
Stafford on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
2nd down following the incompletion. To throw again. Stafford. It's complete to Golden Tate. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Now they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here.
Encroachment defense.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Now a handoff looking right. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. Right there around the 35-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Stafford. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Julius Peppers coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Now this offense about ready to take over again. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. Give him 30 yards there.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They run here with Stewart. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And the starting crew defensively for Detroit.
When you talk about pure speed on the corner, you have to talk about Darius Slay because this guy in high school, 100-meter, 200-meter state champ, he can flat out run. The thing he's looking to increase, takeaways. Only 7 takeaways in his last 4 seasons. He wants to live up to his nickname, which is Big Play Slay.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So out now come the Lions. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's got room. A nice carry there of 15 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, that run wasn't very successful. They did have a big one on the previous play. So you get the sense that the offense is probing around, trying to find the ones that are going to work. And when they find them, they'll keep coming back to them.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. He's going to fire one deep over. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Now Prater to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Back to throw, Newton. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Out of the pistol, Stewart. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Ezekiel Ziggy-Ansah with a tackle for loss. Just think he's still learning the game of football. Didn't play a heck of a lot of it in his native country. And at BYU, was just scratching the surface before he hit the NFL.
Yeah, from Ghana, where he really liked soccer and basketball, but football's okay for him, right?
Yeah, I think it's worked out very well. Drafted on potential, he's realizing it here.
A dump off here to Stewart. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be a third and about 13. Well, they get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on third down. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. He'll let it fly in the direction, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost. But this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. This is Stewart. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Jonathan Stewart, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it. Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Now a play fake it at Stafford. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. The play clock's running down. Now Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So 1 quarter in the books here the opening weekend of the NFC playoffs. 14 apiece is the score. We're back to the Motor City after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. They take over 1st and 10 in excellent field position here. Following the fumble recovery, Newton. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. To throw on 2nd down, Newton. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Gano for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Gano out to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Getting set to go again, Matthew Stafford trots back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now, his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, the little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. Out of the gun, Stafford. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. He's going to fire one deep. He's got a man. Complete. A gain of 32 that time. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Deep run caught left side. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. On first down, it's Stafford. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On second down, here's Stafford. And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones from 3 yards out. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. So the drive there took 6 plays, and the end result, a Detroit touchdown. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. Shifts by him. Carolina getting set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They go play action with Stewart. Now Newton. He's going to go for... Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
On first down, Newton. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
That's a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more. It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend. We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, oh, he's a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Now Stewart. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Throwing is Newton. And it's caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Greg Olsen, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Panthers have broken our tie as they take the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. A drive that time of 6 plays. And Carolina scores to cap it off. Gano out to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's got some. Golden Tate's gonna go. 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Golden Tate, 99 yards. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Prater on to add the extra point. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. So that one goes down as a 99-yard kick return for 6 from the 1-yard line all the way to the house on the other end. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They start on the ground. This is Stewart on first. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. They were in the 4-3. Mike linebacker made a great tackle.
And when that happens, generally it means that the guys up front, the 4-down defensive linemen, have absorbed all the blockers and allowed him to run free to the football. He ends up with a textbook tackle.
Now a 10th carry for Jonathan Stewart. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And the tight end Olsen, right side. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now a first down throw for Newton. And he's got the hook up to Brandon LaFell. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 more yards there and another first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Newton on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. And to give this time to the tailback. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Panthers on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Newton. It's caught. Shepard. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
The intended target that time was Jonathan Stewart, and it's 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Back to the ground now with Stewart. And he's going to bowl his way in for a Panther score. Jonathan Stewart with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers have broken our tie as they take the lead. He's having a nice little game. Maybe already has an eye on that 3rd touchdown.
And how about what our producer, Christian McLeod, likes to say when they've scored touchdowns like this? He's put a tent up in Touchdown City.
Gano now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. A 10-play drive that time, and it's capped off by a Jonathan Stewart run. Gano out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Able to power through. Sheds a 2nd man.
He's building up some momentum, isn't he?
The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this will be caught at the 30. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Now Prater to add the PAT. And things are getting good now. We're heating up, tied at 35. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They'll start the drive with a run by Stewart. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. A minute 57 to go in this first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Larry Ridley at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. The Panthers on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap for Newton. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
All right, say it with me now. There are a lot of different words we come up with. Maybe we go back and forth after that play, getting his toes tapped down to make that catch. Crafty?
Yep.
Wiley? Oh, definitely.
All the veteran names.
You name it. Has every move in the book and continued to get better throughout his career so he can make that type of a catch.
A good pickup there on first as a screen pass gets him 8. Here's Newton now on second down. Caught on the left side by Ginn. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. First and 10, Newton. This will be caught inside the 10. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. 23 yards on the play. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Throwing again is Newton. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Gano out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
They run a draw here on second down. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Throwing on third down, Stafford. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. Now, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Spins away. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And coming back out now, D'Angelo Williams. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it. I know for us it's fun, and it's not so much fun for the rookie receivers when we see them coming into the league and we're going to training camps. You see them working on getting 2 feet down instead of 1. But the best ones train in college trying to get 2 down instead of 1, so the transition's a little bit less. In this case, though, wasn't able to complete it anyway.
Now Newton throwing right, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now Newton on first down. And Olsen over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Smiles, everyone, smiles, because when Cam Newton and Greg Olsen hook up like they've been doing throughout this game, that's one big reason why they're winning.
What makes Greg Olsen so tough to cover?
I think he really is a wide receiver in a tight end's body. He runs his routes with such great precision and some physical toughness, and he really fights and competes for the ball.
And then, of course, it helps to have Cam Newton throwing it to you. To the air again, Newton. A dump off here to Stewart. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield. And with a clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this second quarter.
Indeed, indeed.
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter.
Gano for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup, as we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Lions trail at home at halftime. The Panthers have looked good on the road and will just try to keep the ball rolling in the second half. All right, let's get it going. Here's the first half highlights. 1st and 10. A nifty spin move will free him up, and this run goes for a touchdown as they take a 7-0 lead. Panthers have it midway through the first. Newton's going to complete the pass from the gun. And a quick 3-play drive ends with a score. Panthers tied up at 7. Lions on offense, first quarter winding down. Here a throw deep down the field is caught. He gone. Lions is up now by 7. Now 1st and 10. Defense will get to the QB here. This ends up as a huge loss in yardage. Now following the fumble, the quick pass and completion is made. It ends up working for a touchdown. That takes the lead up to 7. Panthers on 1st and 5. Newton finding his reliable tight end, Greg Olsen. And he caps off the 6-play drive with the score. Continuing a wild first half. Gano's gonna kick it away. The return will start from the 49. And this long run goes for a touchdown. Panthers with the football late in the half as both offenses continue to roll the game. Stewart's gonna look for space, and he'll go for a score. Still late stages of the second. That puts them up by a touchdown. The catch will be made deep down the field. This goes for a touchdown. Continuing a crazy first half. Staying late in the half. Here the pass will be completed into coverage. And he caps off the 7-play drive with a score. Panthers up by a touchdown. Still late in the first half. Newton's on point with the throw. And this play will go for 6.